It was just snowing outside. So that's always a great time to work on your bike. Yeah. This one still has an error fault code in the ECU. I think it has something to do with the throttle position sensor. To get into this menu, there's like a diagnosis code you can use. And I haven't done it in a long time, but using the mode button you can, I think you can go to the menu somewhere, yeah. And then you can go into diagnosis. And then it says insert service code. It's hard to see. And I'm quite sure this is the code that's supposed to be in there. This is just the code for diagnosis and service. It's not the code to like get into your scooter if it's like locked on the code. So it's a 4. You can barely see it. Okay, it's a 4. Then it's a 5. Then it's a 2. To change it is toggle the mode button. So it's 452, and when you want to confirm you press the button, so it goes to the next number, and then it's 56. That's 5. Last one. 6. So now I'm in the computer, and to show the errors of the ECU, let's see. This is like a display which shows crosses when there is an error, either in the memory or active. It doesn't say any active codes, but it does say 6 and 7. And I can go to another page, and it still says no active codes, but it does say 8, 9, and it says 14. And there's another page which goes all the way to 23, but it says no active codes and no in the memory. I'm quite sure that 14, I think that is injection fault, either the pump, the air injector, or like the gas injector. I'm not completely sure, but the 6, 7, 8, 9, those are all the throttle position sensor codes. So I'm going to see if I reset them, and then if I reset them and then swap the throttle position sensor, let's see if it helps. There's also this dashboard errors. I'm not completely sure what those are about, but it also shows dashboard error 6. I'm not sure what it is, which is not active, but it's in memo. I can try to delete them now, and I'll say yes, delete memorized errors, and then you can check and see that the fault code 6, 7 is gone, 8, 9 is gone, 14 is also gone, so that should be good. And the dashboard errors, I'm not sure those, yeah, it says, oh, it's 4. Oh, 4 and 6, they both like light up and then they leave sometimes. But they are in memo, so that's weird. But yeah, whatever. Now I just turn it off, and I'm going to see if I swap in another one of these. Maybe I have to play a bit with the adjustment on the screw to see where it's at, but maybe this part may not have the same issue. When you give it throttle, there is a dual track resistance thingy in here, which moves with the butterfly valve, and it's I think it ranges from 1 kilo ohm to 0 kilo ohm. I'm guessing. I think I read it somewhere, and it basically it's measuring the voltage on 2 tracks. So there's four pins on here, and that part is just between the air filter and the inlet manifold, so I have to get the air filter out of the way to remove it. If you want to work in a neat fashion, then you need to remove 2 of these bolts underneath here. Mine has only 1 screw in there, so it's just the one. But then you can remove that one, and you take off the air filter neck from the throttle position sensor, and then you can remove the entire air filter. But I'm just leaving it over here because I just got it out here. As you can see, it's loose. It's just the plug and 2 of these clamps that are on there, and then you can pull it out, and the throttle cable is still on there, so I have to remove the throttle cable. Immediately after removing it, I will put in the other one, and you just have to remove this so you can pull out the throttle cable. This is the one I took off, and you can see how it's adjusted over here with the screw and the locking nut. The same is on here, but you can see this one is way further out. Somebody probably touched this before. I assume this is like about the normal way it should be, and I think I read somewhere that you shouldn't really touch it, but yeah, I'm going to lower this one to make it similar to this one and see what I get. There's like a 7mm on there, which you need to break loose, and then you can use the Allen key to adjust this, and then don't forget to tighten it again with 7mm. So now it's more similar to the other one. I'm hoping that this adjustment is fine. I don't really want to take this apart right now, but behind this plug you can basically take it out of the housing. Then you can see that there's like a dual slide type of thing behind there, which varies the resistance and therefore the output voltage. And there are 2 tracks on there, and I think the fault codes occur when one or maybe 2 of the tracks don't give a proper signal. So I'm assuming that when I give it full throttle, that the ECU is getting a bad reading, and maybe the other part can solve it, but I'm not sure how to fix it if that is actually the problem. Probably it should be possible to remove this plug and then clean it up and then put it back together, or maybe it was just even possible to just reset it. But I'm not sure if there's a different way to reset the factory Aprilia, this type, compared to the older models, because that one I know how to reset the throttle position sensor, but I'm not sure if the same goes for this one, because this is the Piaggio. But yeah, we'll see. And like that, it's back in there. Now this bike, the ECU that's in there, does not really know what voltage is full throttle or what voltage is normal idle. So I wonder what it will think. I did not remove the battery, so it won't reset anything. I think it's still at the same values as the other one. And previously I had on that scooter I've seen happen that like if you remove the battery and then just put the battery back in, see what it does. It would like run bad the first time, and then when you turn it off and then turn it on again, it would understand what the throttle was. So maybe the reset procedure is not really the way I think it is, because maybe it can just self-learn just by putting it on ignition and giving it full throttle and letting it go to idle, but I have no really proper way to tell, because these bikes are going on 20 years old now. But yeah, let's see if the fault codes disappear, or if there anything that they have to say. Because if there was a big issue or anything, I think the light would instantly go on. Startup is just like normal. I can just check and see if it starts, but I'm going to check if there's any false codes right now first. So we go to the menu again. 4, 5, 2, 5. Let's see, is there any errors in the ECU? Well, it's still saying that there is no errors, so that's good, I guess. It was snowing an hour ago, so I hope it's possible to drive, but yeah, it's not my time of the year. At least it's still alive. Seems to run and drive fine, but I don't think it's solved yet. I can show you probably just by having it on the stand. That's not, that's like partial throttle, that's not full throttle. As you could see that the light started blinking. That's when I give it full throttle, but before it would stall and then run idle, and then the throttle would stop, but I can still drive the entire time. So maybe it's a bit better. I'll turn it off now, because this is the first time I turn it on, and then I'm going to see if it still acts up like that. Maybe drive for a longer bit, and see what happens. But it's still running and driving fine, seems, even though the blinking light in the dash. Just turning it off and turning it on did not really reset anything. I drove it for a small bit again, and the light was still going on when you get full throttle. It would not stop running ever, so that's fine. But before, with the other throttle position sensor, the throttle would stop responding and it would just stay at idle. It looked as if it died, but it would never die, but it would just stop throttling. And now I'm going to see what happens if I take off the plug, because usually you would remove the plug while contact is on, and then you can see service lights blinking as well. And now hopefully when I plug it back in and then turn it back on, I'm hoping that it will reset itself, just like the other models, but I'm not sure. So now if I put it back on, give it a second to idle, to start up, then give it full throttle and hold it for like 10 seconds. So now the ECU should know what voltage is full throttle, I'm hoping. And then when I let go, the ECU should know what voltage is no throttle. So I can go and drive another lap and see if the problem goes away. Now maybe? Who knows? Before I do that, I'm going to go into the computer and reset the codes as well. So I'm hoping that won't really interfere with one another, but yeah, we'll see. So now it's giving the same ECU errors as before, which I guess makes sense. maybe, yeah, the dashboard error 6 is still flashing in memo, so maybe the ECU is broken, I'm not sure, but yeah, 5, 6 is like tripping a bit. Let's delete all the errors again. Yes, and just quickly check and see the errors are gone, so it should be good now. Snowy. Okay, that is interesting. Last time it would give me trouble with the codes, but now the light stayed off. Seems like it was just a reset. Yeah. I need to put in a mud flap.